morning, it's Real Estate Tuesday, and this week we're going to talk about the Delta variant and if it's going to have an effect on the housing market like the beginning of the pandemic did. Right now it's too early to tell. Most people and the housing market seem unaffected by the changes. The only thing that might change is if the cities start to shut down again. If they start doing that, then we'll see some effects on the market. But as for right now, it's still kind of the same old, same old. Sellers are still a little weary of wanting to sell, but mostly because if they sell, there's nowhere to move because there is a shortage in homes. And some buyers have left the market, so the demand isn't quite as high, but they might return towards the fall, perhaps. So it's all kind of up in the air. The one thing that they have been talking about is the lower interest rates and if that is actually going to motivate people to sell and buy their home. This is quite a possibility because interest rates being as low as 2.78 in the recent weeks, this could help with people possibly wanting to purchase homes. We haven't seen it quite yet, but it is a possibility. There's also the possibility that people that have homes are thinking about just renovating their homes again instead of purchasing a new one because it's a little bit easier and can be a little bit cheaper than a down payment on a home, especially here in Colorado, in the Denver area, where home prices, the median average home price is $625,000. But they're always talking about investors. Me being an investor myself, I laugh about this because most people don't really understand exactly what's going on. They think that people are pulling out of the stock market because of the instability and they're going into the bond market, which is more stable. But what they're not telling you is that the bond market is not so great anymore either. It may still be stable, but it's not great because they're at negative interest rates, which means you're not getting a return as an investor. You're paying to have that bond. So what investor's really going to do that? Some, but not a lot. So what's happening is investors are going into real assets. That's right, homes. So investors are buying up homes that are real assets that will give them an actual return on their money, because that's what most investors do, is they look for a return on their money. Which means that the Federal Reserve is the ones buying the bonds, which causes a lot of issues because now they're printing money out of thin air and causing inflation. So there's a lot of different things to look at, not just in the macro, but also down in the weeds in the micro. So the Delta variant may not have any issues on selling and buying as of the moment unless the cities actually shut down. And then people might start thinking again of where they want to live if they're stuck in their homes again. Because lots of people live in cities because of their robust lifestyles where they can go to nice restaurants and they can go to for entertainment or sports venues. If those all get shut down again, people might rethink about living in the cities and just give up and move somewhere else. But if their jobs return and they have longer commutes, that might not be so ideal. It all depends on the individual cities and governments if they're going to decide to shut down the cities. If you have any questions about any of this information or any real estate related information, please contact me through any of my social pages. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. And until next week, have a wonderful rest of your week.